All right, you guys. How's it going? I hope you've had a good night. It's been a pretty hard day for me. And I think I'm just gonna distract myself with readings. So we're just gonna get on into it. And I did a divine feminine and divine masculine this morning. So I think we're gonna do a twin flame reading. We'll do this twin flame reading and see what happens. Thank you, Jehovah. You can come on down here and wrap your arms around my friend and I here. Protect my energy and yours. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do my channel with a twist, so I hope you are intrigued to learn about yourself, to heal yourself and recover. So let's find out what's going on here with these twin flames. Thank you, 111 right there on the clock. Thank you, Jehovah. All right, let's get started here. Jehovah, what's going on with our twin flames right now? Oh, so house is already coming out in the negative here, you guys. So this could be, you know, your house isn't stable. Something is shaking up your house here. But I also count this as security, stability. So maybe someone's insecure. This also could be heart space, where someone's heart space got broken. It's now in the negative. It's now falling apart, upside down. You know, whole world is changing a little bit here. There we go. You know, and this is what it looks like in the upright here. Okay. Also, this card is the Cancer card. So there's some error in the universe with Cancers. Because I had Cancer earlier today too. Big, real big. 211 right there on the clock. Oh, thank you, Jehovah. All right, you guys. It is the Labyrinth coming out in the negative. So 222 here on the clock. This is, you know, just frustrating energy. There's a problem here that's separating two people. It's causing frustrating energy, and you're just getting farther and farther away from your person, but you don't want to be. Also, this is 4 and 3, which is 7. And then in this deck, it's also the snake card, which is the snake energy that, you know, he who shall not be named himself. And so here we are, and we have 43 and we have 4, and that is 47. 4 plus 7 is 11, which is also the whip card. So there's definitely devilish energy around here surrounding this insecurity. We're just going to say insecurity. Jehovah, what else? What else is this insecurity about? What else is this frustrating maze about? What's going on here, Jehovah? Oh. Oh, okay, so we might have an Aries here, but we definitely don't have to. This is just someone, a masculine, because I also have feminine cards in this deck. So this masculine who's in his negative energy, negative intentions, his heart is just in the wrong, 333 there. He is the one causing all of this frustrated energy, you know, because he's like just, you know, when you look down here, he's got his whole back turned. He's got his whole back turned to all of this. So he is just very selfish. You know, he might be this Cancer. He's just very selfish, and he's just doing what's best for him. And he's not really looking at the consequences that are putting him in his wheel of karma or what's happening in his home life either. He's not thinking about anybody else, really. Jehovah, what else here? What else here, Jehovah? Thank you. The mice. So, oh, this dude's intentions have stirred up the house with this frustrating energy because he's been stealing and thieving, stealing and thieving, stealing and thieving. You know, mice here, plus 2 plus 3 is 5, which means grounding, the tree, vitality, inner health, mental illness card. So here you are having this mice, and the mice card, you know, stealing and thieving. What do mice do? They sneak in your house. 444 right there on the clock. They sneak in your house. They steal a little bit over time, little by little, until at the end they have a huge profit for themselves out of greed, right? Well, that's exactly what he's going to do here. That's his intention. Is he's just greedy. He's evil. He doesn't have a good bone in his body at all whatsoever here. All right. And then also, you guys, the mice card is the Libra card. So now, as of now, we have Cancer, Libra, and Aries. So we've got cups, fire, and air here, along with this frustrating energy. So just think about how much that's actually mixing all of that together in this tornado, you know. And also what I love is that this literally looks like snakeskin trying to get you down into the basket right here. So it's definitely, the overall energy here is that whether it's your home or it's in your heart space, there's just been this frustrating energy caused by this man who doesn't care. He's not remorseful at all. His back is completely turned. He doesn't give a shit about how he makes others feel. Jehovah, what else here? Thank you. Let's see what this one is. Yep. The bridge here. So something is finally coming to the truth. Something is finally coming to the surface at 6:11 about what the next step is. And I feel like if you're stuck in this twin flame situation and this is your negative here, your divine masculine or your divine femme, it doesn't matter. Just fit the energies in where they need to fit. And then if they don't, just kiss it and blow it away, because it's not worth the mental strife. Okay. But finally, something is coming to the light here about the step that needs to be taken to bridge this connection, to move forward, to be able to travel past it and move on. You know, I really feel like you're stuck at this stagnant energy, because the two cards that aren't going to get you anywhere here, you know, they're both negative, and you need this in order to move on. Jehovah, what else here? What else about this negative? What else about this insecure heart space, this broken heart? What's going on with this bridge here? You guys, also 3 + 8 of the bridge is 11. So here comes that whip again. Yep. Here's the clouds, 7:11 on the clock. Clouds came out in the negative. So this is very, very weathered storm. This is huge precipitation of emotions. This is clouded judgment. This is the ego-driven mind. And here you are, and you have this storm that you're suffering with. But once the storm passes, you'll have Jehovah's victory here too. And this was in the negative. So I feel like you guys are just stuck in this clouded ego because you're absorbing it from him, right? And you're not able to get through without figuring out what it is that you need to do for yourself to get yourself moving onto this path. Because right now you're stuck in this thunderstorm and you can't move forward, you know. And right now your heart is all broken because your twin flame is stole from you, but you don't realize that you're also stealing from yourself at the same time. Okay, you are never going to make yourself whole by filling someone who never can be whole. You know, they'll never be whole until they accept themselves. And if they can't accept themselves, then they're never going to accept you, sweetheart. Okay, let's see what else is here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so as I'm talking about acceptance, y'all, run like Forrest. Okay, not good. This tells me right here your twin flame is not guided. There's no 1 ounce of pureness in his integrity. There's not 1 ounce of pureness in his soul. Yeah, look at 8 is the coffin card. This is the death card, so Scorpio energy here. Jehovah's saying there's no ending. And so until you realize that the storm is never going to stop, once you pull yourself out of it and you get this victory, that's what's going to push you on to head of this bridge, is that you just need to keep going. Like, there's this huge bridge coming and you can't be afraid of it, and it's going to bridge the gap in between what's going to get you released here, released under this negative energy. Okay, because you've got not guided guides, the snake energy kind of thing. That's what they worship, and they're going to die out of it, really. What else is here? Oh, yep. They're sex fueled. They're a sex addict. And this is funny because the lilies is finally coming back up into play here. So now we have Scorpio and now we have Virgo. Okay. Also, the cloud of judgment is Pisces. So hello, full moon in Pisces coming in good. So we really have, I mean, everything here now, you know, Virgo. So this is earth, air, fire, and cups, you know, water. Very, very emotional. The sex addict is never going to make it. Oh my goodness. So, something happened with the child. It could be where a child ended this connection. Maybe someone lost a child out of it because it is in the negative, or it could be in the negative because this child's not born yet. It's still a secret. It's obviously a love child, a sex child, you know, and there's going to be not a good relationship between even the father here, let alone, I don't know. You know, that's just, I'm getting third party vibes big time. I'm getting third party vibes big time because the lilies is here, right? Jehovah, what else here? Thank you. Oh my goodness. So negative news, which is funny because you have both of these in the negative twin flame. So y'all just need to wrap it up, because no matter what communication you will get from this dude, it's just gonna kill you. And especially if you lay with the snake, that's just gonna take and take and take. Okay. So let's see what else here. Yep, because he's acting a fox, pretending to be this because he's wearing a mask. Yep, which now absorbs onto you as your negative energy here right at 11 o'clock. Yep, because you're walking away. You forgot who you were. This is no longer what's fueling you. It's this. Okay, he's right at 11:11. He's wearing a mask, and you're wearing this. You've now absorbed his energies. Even though he's presenting to you like this, you've absorbed energies like this. Okay. Another thing that I'm getting is that this one's going to come along, because it's just, you know, what you don't see coming. This one's going to come along, twin flame, if you're a feminine, or, you know, vice versa. We're all got children. This one's going to come along, and you're not going to be able to move on and have something stable here because your heart's so broken and you are reflecting negative while this gentleman is reflecting positive. Let's see what else is here really quick after this card, of course. Let's see. Yep, you guys are going to get communication once more, and this is like positive, lighthearted chitter chatter. Oop, there's a snake energy and a new arrival. Thank you, Jehovah. Snake in the negative. So the snake's energy will be defeated because you're finally able to walk away, and you'll have this new start on this bridge. Fresh new arrival, fresh new lifestyle, whether there's the baby or not, you know, because we've already called that out. But then once that happens and you walk away and you're able to bridge this connection and get closer to your spiritual state of mind versus your flesh state of mind, this will pop up in the negative too, and you'll be able to, you know, cover that and not be that person anymore, twin flame. So snake energy is on the bottom here. Yeah, there's news again, you guys. No matter what, it's emotional or not, it's always going to be something that's not truthful. Okay, it's never ever going to be truthful. And we're only at 12 minutes here, you guys. Sheesh. The readings are getting pretty easier after this whole Libra energy calmed down last week. What else here? Thank you, Jehovah, for coming on down. So just providing your protection, providing your light and your guidance, your insight. It's just so powerful. I absolutely love, and I'm so grateful for you that you like to show your children what's going on beforehand. So let's see, y'all. Let's see what's really in between the cards here. So Jehovah, can you, ooh, yay, thank you so much. That's what I wanted. So you will have a spiritual victory over this. This is 6 of Wands, and this is success. Like, you just beat mental illness card, really. Just the whole mental manipulation, really mental illness being absorbed onto you. You just beat it. You just walked away because you have an upright 6 here. So you walked away from the 5 of Swords. And now, or excuse me, 5 of Wands. Well, 5 of Swords too still, but 5 of Wands, it's still mental strife. It's just very manipulative, and it's hard to think if you're ever going to get out of it, you know, which is where this bridge will come to, wherever it went. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, this bridge will help you get to this spiritual success, which is what you have right here. This is also more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. So 6 of Wands. So you've defeated all of this. You're walking away, but then you're also feeling like, okay, I've got an extra wand here. I'm good. Let's just keep going and see what happens. So congratulations. You've got a victory from it, or you will have a victory from it, depending on where you're at in this twin flame trial, tribulation. Jehovah, what else here? What else here? Is it time to walk away? Is you know, I feel like it's the children, or child, depending on your situation. But there's definitely a sex addict here. If the Seven of Cups comes out, I'm going to laugh. All 4 of these, Jehovah? Okay. So this first one came out. Yep. Thank you, Jehovah. So this is Two of Pentacles. So he is now bringing you this change, this worldly change, because you were able to stand in the upright, follow your righteousness, and move on in the spiritual victory direction. What else is here? Let's see. Yep, 10 of Cups here. Yep, 10 of Cups. You're successfully realizing there's a change in your mental, spiritual state that's working on being balanced, because look at, here it is. Here's your halo right here, and it's being twisted. Okay, but then also it's going on for eternity. So when this balance changes, it'll set you in the right direction, and you'll eventually have this 10 of Cups, right? But right now you're not going to get it, because you finally have grounded yourself and accepted the fact that this 10 of Cups will never happen with this negative male. That's really what it's about, is that this 10 of Cups is not going to happen. It will not happen. Look at, this is the marriage card and kids, and it's just not going to happen. So I feel like either you need to really accept that and just let go, or you're in the process of getting this victory over yourself here, because it's really just yourself that's keeping yourself back, 1611. And then you'll be able to have this 10 of Cups with just yourself, you know. Let's see what else is here. These other 2 cards. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So this is the 5 of Cups. So you're feeling really heartbroken right now. You're feeling really played. You're disappointed. You wanted things to work out and they didn't. And you're out of 5 and here's your 10. And it's just not going to work out. So you're feeling so defeated. I mean, look at this. You've got 3 cups in front of you, spilled over, and you're sitting there looking at those and focusing on the problem, which the true worth of what you have here is, honey, is 2 cups and they're empty AF. You're not focusing on where it is that you really need to put your love into, okay? Because if you fill others' cups, you're never going to fill yours, okay? So what's this last card here? Oh my gosh, the Magician in the negative. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is the first or the second card, depending on how you read tarot and what part of it you're talking about. But this is the Magician. This is a master manipulator. He's got 1 more of everything. So you've got 1 more cup, 1 more pentacle, 1 more wand. I mean, all of this. And it can really just add a lot more shit to your plate. Mentally strifing, physically strifing, emotionally strifing, spiritual strifing, because he's the Magician. In the negative, he's a master manipulator. In the upright, this is a master communicator. They're very, very skilled at what they do. This also is the Gemini card. It's a lot of air here. So this is just, you know, and it's like you're going to need extra strength to get through this, right? Especially when they're in the negative. So, you know, you're not going to get this. You're walking away from this Magician in the negative who is just devil fueled and devil following. So good on you. And I know it's super hard, but you look at what you're going to gain just by yourself, right? You know, let's see what else here. Let's see. Oh, yep. There's a High Priestess in the negative. She's the other woman. She's very balanced, though. She's very, very in her know, in her faith. She's very balanced. You know, she's got the black and white, the yes and no, the truth and the lie, the right from the wrong. She's ruled by the moon and Cancer energy, which Cancer was our first card that came out. So this could be the other woman or your mother at home. High Priestess was very, very big today in the Cancer reading, like I said, back in the Divine Masculine. So you might want to go back and check the Divine Masculine reading if this might be your mom or another woman who's just scorned AF, okay? This is also the camel in Hebrew, the gimel, in the way that things are just really balanced on both sides in order to keep that foundation of communication moving, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally, whichever. What else here? Yep, Ace of Swords. So there's going to be communication from the other woman or from this Magician, or they could be working together, you know. There definitely could be another woman here because there's a child. And that could also mean right here too, where this is you now scorned, and this is the other woman who's just down in the dumps because her whole home is falling apart now. There's a baby involved that's not hers. She's no longer living with this person. She's no longer has her heart in the upright. You know, there's just a lot of factors here. But now that the High Priestess has come out, it's the other woman. It's the other woman for sure. Let's see what else here. Knight of Swords. Yep, you guys, you need to go back and read the Divine Masculine one because Knight of Swords and the High Priestess came out earlier today. So this twin flame is possibly having trouble with leaving his mama behind. Okay, you might be dealing with somebody who's in between the ages of 25 and 35, who's a bit of a player in and out, and he's mentally strategic. But this came up neutral in Divine Masculine, and he only was going to be in the victory if he walked away from his mama, who was an evil witch. So you'll have to go back and do the Divine Masculine one that was uploaded before this, right here at 2011. Let's just get one more here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the star was also in it too. The star was also in it too. So you guys need to go back. Actually, I'm going to put it in the description box because this is too funny now. This is way too funny. The star, this is someone who's bitter, who's divinely guided, but they're bitter. They're probably in the public eye. This is the Aquarius card. So there's just tons of air here that's just really affecting this other house and this third-party situation. Let's do one more. Four of Wands. Yep. Okay, so this is the Twin Flame card, and this Twin Flame will be no more. There's just no going forward. The house is broken. There's no foundation. There's no power in it at all whatsoever, because it's just broken. There's no trust. Oh my goodness, Jehovah. All right, 21 minutes. Cool. I like to keep them around 30. So let's grab a guidance card here. Jehovah, let's just do a couple guidance cards here for our Twin Flame. You know, Taurus is here. Taurus, Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Pisces, and then we have air, fire, earth, and water. I mean, we've got it all, guys. We've got it all in the Twin Flame gems, right? All right. So, Jehovah, if you could just bring out a guidance card or two, I would be really appreciative of it. And let's see what our Twin Flames need to work on. What is it that our Twin Flames need to work on? Thank you. Okay, so grief in the heart space. So what this is that your heart is broken and you're grieving over the emotions that are kept in your flesh state. However, your heart is fueled positively by your spirit, not your flesh. So right now you're holding on to grief, which is an emotion. You're holding on to grief, for one, over this dude who probably isn't even grieving over you, which I know is really hard to hear. But I've been where you are, and you've 2211. You've created this situation in your head and your heart to make it hurt. You know, if we were opened and not blind to the truth here, we could have saw this coming a mile away and not 2222 and not let it get as long as it did with our Twin Flame, right? Because grief here is just love that has nowhere to go. You know, when you, this transaction of putting your feeling of love out into the universe, it'll be therefore received from the next vessel, from the next lampstand, from the next lighthouse. But when it doesn't have anywhere to be received, it's just going to come back to you, and therefore it feels heavy. You feel that rejection. You feel the negative energy because you're not used to having that love come back to you, especially when we don't like rejection to begin with. But all of this is emotions, and all of this is flesh. So once you realize that grief is just love with nowhere to go, you need to change the avenue of the output in order for your heart space to be repowered with him alone and be able to move on. And if you need help with that, you'll want to check out my last Self-Love Sunday. So another thing, 2311 here, you guys, is this is the root chakra, okay? You have yet to accept the fact that you are just the way that you are. You know, your inner child is right in here. As you're sitting here trying to be a reputation for your flesh, that doesn't matter. Your reputation will not save you, and your reputation will not save you and get you into the kingdom in heaven, okay? Your inner child is saying, no, this is not what's meant for us. Listen to me. Stop trying to be so perfect over what everyone else wants you to be. Accept who you are and move forward from that. And then you'll be able to grow up internally and move on and fight this grief that's in your heart space. Yes, thank you, Jehovah. Your solar plexus chakra is here, and this is praying. And praying, it works so well because it's abundant and it'll come back to you. And when it starts to come back to you, the same energy that revolves around the sun and God himself will therefore come down through your powerhouses into your solar plexus chakra and light your butt up. And you'll see the manifestation power of praying. Because when life hands you lemons, you got to make lemonade. You know, city or country, day or night, it doesn't matter. Praying is always, always, always heard. Praying is always received, and it makes you validated. Okay, you are guided, and you're already guided because of all of this information here. And then also, you're going to be guided more once you really are able to expand this inner child within, right? And you're able to tell yourself the truth, which is reflected here in your throat chakra, where, you know, Jehovah and Jesus or your ancestors, your spirit guides are saying, hey, it's time. It's time to expand yourself. Let us in and let's move past this, okay? Because Jehovah's your damn bridge right here. All right. So we have those cards there. I've got about 5 minutes and I'm going to take some words. We're going to eat the word real quick. So this is my own homemade deck. It's nothing fancy, nothing pretty, but it's all scripture, and I'm calling it eat the word, so then that way we can eat the word 3 times a day at least, and together, and hold ourselves accountable for that. So lately, I just released these on Sunday, and the last 2 times I've used them, Jehovah's bringing out some really awesome messages. So if you do end up going back to watch the Divine Masculine, pay attention to what he brings out. It is insane. And he did it earlier too for the Divine Feminine reading. So I'm curious to see as to what he's going to have me pick out of this deck here. We might go over a couple minutes, but that's okay. That is okay. I don't put a time limit on Jehovah. I just respect your time. And I enjoy long tarot card readings when I'm watching them, because it really, you know, not only am I studying, but a lot of the time I resonate with them too. But I don't want them to always be so long. And I also just want you to know, like, hey, some of them are going to be long and some of them are just going to be short, and you're just going to have to deal with it. 2611. All right, you guys. So Jehovah, just come on down here. Once again, wrap your arms around my twin flame friend here and just pick through my hands. And let's just pick out a few to give them some guidance here. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what he's pulled out. All right, so Psalm 32:8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you and watch over you. Also, many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfalling love surrounds the man who trusts in him. So I will instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go. Wow, that's beautiful. Hebrews 1:8. But to the Son he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. And didn't the swords come out? And does he have a sword or a scepter? Either way. Okay, that one. 1 John 4:9. In this the love of God was manifested toward us, that God has sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. So I feel like once you wake up, you're going to have this revelation, and you're going to have this know that, like, okay, I believe now. I understand that I'm supposed to obey and follow you. Let's see what else here. Numbers 8:1-4. The Lord said to Moses, speak to Aaron and say to him, when you set up the 7 lamps, they are to light the area in front of the lampstand. Aaron did so. He set up the lamps so that they faced forward on the lampstand, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is how the lampstand was made, of hammered gold from its base to its blossoms. The lampstand was made exactly like the pattern the Lord had shown Moses. Wow. Jehovah's getting your lampstand ready, y'all. He sees you as hammered gold, and you're treating it like it's rejected silver. Wow. Psalm 147:14. He grants peace to your borders and satisfies you with the finest of wheat. Amen. Proverbs 17:1. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a full house of feasting with strife. Which is funny because this card came out earlier today. 1 Thessalonians 2:12. Encouraging, comforting, and urging you to live lives worthy of God, who calls you into his kingdom and glory. John 5:6. When Jesus saw him lying there, he learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, and he asked, do you want to get well? Wow. Do you want to get well? He said that in red. Do you want to get well or not? Are you going to accept this bridge that Jehovah's offering you to get better? You know, especially if you watch the Divine Masculine and then ask yourself that. Do you want to get well? Psalm 107:43. Whoever is wise, let him heed these things and consider the great love of the Lord. Wow, I feel like Jehovah's really picking on you. Matthew 21:43 read, therefore I tell you that the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to a people who will produce its fruit. He who falls on this stone will be broken to pieces, but he on it whom falls will be crushed. Yeah, so you guys, this twin flame here, whether it's you or your twin flame, I feel like Jehovah's saying down, and I want you, and I'm coming right here at 30 minutes on the dot. Thank you, Jehovah. We just got a couple more left. Psalm 149:4, for the Lord takes delight in his people. He crowns the humble with salvation. 30:11. Psalm 118:8, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. Yep, and you can't do it alone, can you? Oh my gosh, you guys. The high priestess came out again, and this happened in the divine masculine reading. So please go back and watch the divine masculine reading if you resonate with this twin flame reading, okay? Because he's now brought it out twice today, bringing out both of these cards twice today. Wow. High priestess, the moon, water is here, Cancer, the camel, the gimel. Wow. Do good to your servant and I will live. I will obey your word. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. I am a stranger on earth. Do not hide your commands from me. My soul is consumed with longing for your laws at all times. You rebuke the arrogant who are cursed and who stray from your commands. Remove from me scorn and contempt, for I keep your statutes. Though rulers sit together and slander me, your servant will meditate on your decrees. Your statutes are my delight, and they are my counselors. My counselors. And didn't that first card say counsel? I will counsel you and watch over you. Wow, Jehovah. Revelation 3:2-1. To him who overcomes, I will give the right to sit with me on my throne, just as I overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. He who has an ear, let him listen. Twin flame, he's coming for you, and he will love you with an undying love more than your twin flame ever will. He will show you the worth that you have because you are so profitable to him no matter what you've done, because he finds you not guilty. He finds you not guilty because your flesh committed the sins, not your spirit. I love you. I'm here for you. I will see you soon. Wounds into light.